Hello guys, what's up and welcome to the new tutorial from the SketchUpArchStudio. In this tutorial I'm going to show how we can create cinematic realistic renders in Enscape for SketchUp. So let's get to work. First of all, I'm going to press F and switch to the view management in here, and I want to click on the exterior number 4 in this place. So after that I'm going to close it and turn on the save frame, change my projection to the 2-point perspective, and I want to click on the visual setting and start my rendering preset settings. So first of all, I need to zoom on this target, so I'm going to reduce the field of view as I can to some number like that. For example, I want to see these hidden lights and line lights in my job, so 46 degrees enough for me. And after that, I want to increase the exposure as I can to create some more realistic render. Our lighting have some problems and it's a little bit too darkness, so you can increase the exposure about 61% in here. I want to turn on the depth of field, turn off the autofocus, and play with the focal point. I want to focus on this woman and maybe this boy in here. It completely depends on you, or you can focus on the accessories which on the table. Right now, my main target is these two people. So I'm gonna play with the focal point and focus on one of them, maybe like that, or something like this. So you can see the shiny line, and it helps you to detect your zooming and focusing distance from your camera lens. So depth of field is about 11, and I think everything is done for here. So you can change the mood of it to the white mode, and now in the white mode you can see all the lighting details much better than the other times. But right now I'm going to use it on the none mode. So in the image bar, auto contrast is turned on, and I think saturation is good, but I can create more saturation on the floors. For example, 103%. It's a little bit too warm render, so if you want to optimize it, you can increase the color temperature from 6000 Kelvin to the 8000 Kelvin. Motion blur is 0, lens flare is not really important, but if I increase the bloom option, look at the camera steel place in here, metal place. If you look at it, you can see the sun bloom and sun reflection on it. So I can increase it to the 18% and increase the lens flare to the 76%. You can create these type of animational and cinematic effects on your render. Vignette can be increased or decreased. I prefer to decrease it to the 16. Chromatic aberration is 0. In the atmosphere, everything is fine, but I can reduce the sun brightness to make a little bit cold render, something like that. Maybe 44% is enough. Night sky brightness is not really useful. We have shadow sharpness, so we don't have some necessary or special shadows in this scene, but you can see some shadows in here. I prefer to increase the shadow sharpness for better quality. I need some hard shadows, so 86% is enough. Artificial light brightness related to these line lights and self-illuminated lights and spotlights. You can increase it to the 154%, and you can see what's really happening because I have some spotlights at the roof of this place. So maybe 144 or 48 is enough. Ambient brightness is about 78. Wind option is not really helpful in here, so I'm going to click on the skybox. You can see I use HDRI. If I change it to the white ground, I can see some GI calculations on my job, and it's not bad. So I think everything is fine in here, but I prefer to use my own HDRI. It takes a little bit of time, and after that it will load for you. You can increase the HDRI brightness in here, for example from 2000 to the 2500 LUX. You can turn on the brightest point as the ascend direction, and all the things will be changed for you, so try to don't use it in any type of situation. But when you check the brightest point as the HDRI, you can play with the rotation and change the sun rotation like that, very simple and easy. Right now I don't want to use it, so I'm going to uncheck it, and everything is fine. Press F, exterior number 4 selected for me. All the sun setting will be reset for me, and I want to click on the Enscape asset library, online asset library. Select this one in here, click on the rotation. I have some problem with the angle of sitting, so maybe something like that is not bad. I can move it in here, here, and maybe here. I'm going to click on the apply changes, and it will find for me like that. So you can click on it and click on the scale option if you think it can't be matched with your sofa, for example, something like that. Click on the move option and move it on the surface like this, something like that. Click on the gizmo, move it to this part of your job, and everything is fine. Click on the apply changes. Everything is done for us. Now I'm gonna press F on my keyboard, view management, exterior number 4, selected for me. And I think time for the rendering. You can cover your camera by different type of objects. For example, I'm going to click on the asset library, click on the categories, change it to the animals. And I want to add some dog, for example, in here. Maybe this one's not bad, who's sitting. I'm going to push it up to this part of my job. Click on the apply changes to see what's really happened. It takes a bit of time, and after that this dog will generate for you. You can select it, click on the rotation, and these two persons look at this side of my camera, so we create some scenario for our architecture render. Try to pay more attention to these type of points, which are really important when you want to make impressive your clients. After that, you can click on the categories again, and this time you can click on the accessories, for example. And in the search bar, you can type vase and press enter. It takes a bit of time, and all the vases will be loaded for you. For example, in this case, I can click on one of these vases, which like this one, for example, and move it to the background in this part of my job. Click on the apply changes. All of these settings only helps you to create more realistic renders. And finally, everything is fine. I'm going to close the view management in here. Click on it, close it. Click on the visual setting, and maybe exposure is 59% is enough. Atmosphere 152. The sky, output, everything is fine. I'm going to increase the rendering quality to the ultra. Depth of field is about 9, and time for the rendering. So I'm going to click on the screenshot in here. You can press Shift plus F11, select your desktop as the main place, and rename it to the cinematic render, and press save. It takes a bit of time, and after that, realistic render will be saved for you, very simple and easy. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If this tutorial useful for you, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.